Hello everyone!
Hi.
Welcome back to another episode of New Launch Analysis, and today
right.
what do we have?
Our very famous Lentor.
Lentor Gardens Residences. Welcome to another plot of land in this Lentor township. I think there's a lot of concerns on the ground that we heard from. So later on we'll touch on more on what are the concerns and how should you look at it as a buyer's perspective, and how can we foresee in the future what will happen likely to you, whether oversupply is really an issue to you.
Correct.
But before that, we just want to show you this QR code. If by far you have any questions, feel free to reach out to either of us. We'll get in contact with you. And then maybe you have any inquiries about other projects, you can also feel free to drop us a text. If you appreciate our analysis, please help us like and subscribe, and even leave a comment down below to let us know your thoughts about our analysis. Alright, without further ado, let's go into Lentor Gardens Residences. So what are the issues that everybody is talking about?
Oversupply. Another Lentor, another new township, new plot. So are there a lot of oversupply issue?
Right now it's the number 7th plot already, and recently the number 8th plot is also bidded. So in total, how many units are there, and right now what's the situation there over in the resale market? We will explore later on.
So do stay tuned this video with us. And another concern is, this is the only one that has no primary school, right?
Yes.
So we will address this as well. And because this is by Kingsford, every time whenever new development, we will also analyze the developer pricing strategy. So we will speak about that as well as the project info and the floor plans.
Yes, so if you wish to just jump into any of the topics, just look at the description down below. You can straight away jump to any parts that you want to go into, or even when you want to revisit this video, we will make it simple for you. Just go to either of the sections and you can get back to the topic. So first thing about oversupply, Charlene, can you share with us what do you think about oversupply?
So what I feel about oversupply, many concerns about it, right? We have actually seen in Property Guru, because Lentor Modern being the first to TOP, there are already 187 units for sale.
That's quite a lot.
Just one development. Taking a look at the different individual unit type. And next, upcoming one will be Lentor Hill. Their SSD date, you see, is just next month, but there are already listings of 63 units. So this will be most of the Lentor owners, those that are very concerned about the supply. What are they worried about?
I think definitely worried about the competitors.
Yeah, the concern is very real because Lentor Modern and Lentor Hill, their SSD date quite nearest to each other, right? As a Lentor Hill owners, we also have to think of Lentor Hill owners. What will they feel? So imagine you are the seller. How will you market your unit to stand out? Because definitely buyers will want to look at this area. They will compare your unit and Lentor Modern. Lentor Modern is integrated. So actually as a buyer, if the pricing is almost similar, I will definitely choose Lentor Modern because downstairs are all my MRT, my transport and amenities, right? Correct. So this will be the part of the issues for Lentor Hill. So we have actually pulled in all the Lentor projects as an overview because we want to see how many total units are there, right? There are total 4,013 units, being that Lentor Garden is the 7th plot, just now you mentioned. We also calculated the upcoming bidded land, Lentor Central GLS, so that comes to be 4,013 units. So of course, owner of any of these projects, they will be worried, right? So next, let's take a look at the prices that transacted with all the past projects. Actually, they are also quite similar, correct? With any of the seller in any part of the projects, right? What will they be facing? They'll be facing when resale buyers were to come in for viewings. They will take time to sell because buyers will compare Lentor Hill, Lentor Modern, Hill Lot Green, and next moment while they are still viewing, newly units coming out. So there are many projects for them to compare. So as a buyer, what will I be looking at it, right? Because you will be comparing all. And as a seller, how do I prove that my unit has different USP or not, right? With the pricing similar to each other, with also SSD so near to each other, what will be our concern? And then next, Lentor Garden. Lentor Central and Lentor Central GLS will be our upcoming challenge, right? Will this be a concern? So will Lentor Garden be able to buy? So we also have to take a look at Lentor Garden, the supply and timeline based on our upcoming nearest competitor, right? With that, Lentor Central will be the nearest competition because they are the previous launch. Okay, their SSD period, let's take a look, is at March 2028. Whereas Lentor Garden, the SSD period is in July 2030. So what this gives you a form of gap of 2 years, 4 months. 2 years, 4 months as a Lentor Central owner. With that, you know that you are going to sell in the resale market and you know that you will be the newest kid in Lentor. Then you have a 2 years, 4 months time to get your resale listing to be sell out before the next newest kid will to compete with you, right? When it comes to Lentor Garden SSD period, will I have more chance because most of the Lentor Central units will be sell out. Then we also have to take a look. Now Lentor Garden, the gap between Lentor Garden and Lentor Central is just 8 months because Lentor Garden's GLS is at March 2031. So will this form another issue because the gap is quite near to each other? Will it be like the previous Lentor Hill issue, right? Then we take a look at the land price. So Lentor Garden, the land price, they bid at very cheap, 920 per square foot per plot ratio. Whereas Lentor Central GLS bid at 1,278 per plot ratio. This one already give you a $358 gap based on the land price. Yeah, assuming Lentor Garden were to launch at 2,300 averagely, which is what most of the Lentor is averagely transacted at. Let's say Lentor Central GLS were to launch, what will be, because of this land bidded price, right? What will be their average launch price?
2627?
2627, right? 27. So with that, on the higher side, can I say that for OCR area, there are already prices transacting at 3,000 per square foot. Not saying that this GLS will, but is it for higher chance it can even go up to 2.8 to 2.9? Not sure whether we'll go up to 3,000 or not. But for Lentor Garden Residences, right? Let's say you are able to secure a unit at 2,300 or 2,004 or even highest 2,500. Is it? Now, will it be a safety buffer based on yours and Lentor Central GLS? You have at least probably a 200 to 300, right? So in terms, when we always look at the supply in any developments, any area, right? Number one, you have to see whether the pricing around the area, is it similar? Next, we have to look at the seller stamp duty timeline. So this will benefit a lot for Lentor Garden Residences. So is oversupply an issue for Lentor Garden? This actually will form as a big price gap in terms of overcoming the oversupply issue.
Yes, I think by then when Lentor Gardens is ready to sell, first is the newest kid on the block. Definitely a lot of demand will go towards the newest project in the same estate. The next thing I think is also the price point wise. Price point wise, you have a safety buffer. So even though Lentor Central GLS can be the newest kid next, but because of their prices, people might move to the second newest, which is Lentor Gardens. So in a long span of time, actually Lentor Gardens will benefit more in this SD period and also on the price point itself. Next, we also want to look at so far what are the results from all the new launches over here. From here, you can see 2,954 units has been launched. And right now, we are only left with 21 units. And these 21 units mainly comes from Hillock and also Lentoria.
Still a lot of demands, yeah?
Yes.
Where are the demand coming from?
So this demand, where we are seeing these buyers coming from, mainly I would say people who are looking to move into more central areas. That means to say right now where they stay is further away, maybe like Sengkang, Punggol, Yishun, Woodlands, Sembawang. So when they want to upgrade to a more central location, if we look at Ang Mo Kio, Toa Payoh, Bishan, their prices will definitely be quite crazy already. So where's the next best they can go to? It's actually Lentor because it's quite close to Ang Mo Kio. And with these prices right now, definitely this is the most affordable upgrade to them.
Yep.
And that is why it's now left with only 21 units. Over the span of how long is about only 2 years plus, 3 years plus. The next issue, but of course, right now, a lot of people have this concern also on the ground saying that, hey, over here, no primary school.
Different from the other projects already, because other Lentoria, all that have near 1 kilometer to primary schools, right?
Yes, and it's a good primary school over here, which is St. Nicholas Girls. So now we also want to go into whether or not no primary school, does it really means that you cannot earn? Does it really mean that people cannot buy developments with no primary school? What's the benefits when you buy near primary school and not near primary school? First thing we also want to explore is this 2025 Primary 1 registration results. On my left, you can see this is St. Nicholas Girls' School. On the right is Anderson. So a lot of people are coming here because of this one pink St. Nicholas Girls' School. All right. So that's why you see over here, we break out to the different phases. These are the vacancies that they release. And the next thing is these people who are coming in to ballot for a place in the school. So at every phase, you will realize 20, 30 people at every phase are missing out on this school. Even when we go into Anderson Primary, maybe this is a second choice of primary school over here, you can see once it hits 2C, within 1 kilometer, there are still people missing out, about 30 people. Even when we go into 1 to 2 kilometers, there are still people missing out. So just imagine today you buy a project that is near a very good school. Okay, not just Lentor itself, it can be anywhere in Singapore. You buy near a very good school, and what happens? Developer can sell you at a higher price, right?
Of course.
Because primary school will be one of their unique selling point. So imagine right now you buy at a very high price, okay, a premium over other developments. But when it comes your turn to ballot for a school, you didn't make it. And what will happen? You still have to choose other school. Your child still need to go to a school. So when you buy high, you buy near a primary school, who does it really benefit?
The developers.
The developers, because they can use that. Their children don't need to go to their primary school. But they will use that to sell at a high price to you. Whether or not you can still get into the school, that's your luck already.
Yeah.
So now, Lentor Gardens is not near primary school.
Nope.
So can the developers price in a premium? They cannot. Okay. And who will you be targeting to sell to in the future? Dings. If you know what is Dings, dual income, no kids. Right now, I believe around you, there are a lot of people who are feeling that, hey, I don't need kids. Yeah, I don't even need to get married if I don't have a kid.
Yes.
I don't need to buy a house. I also don't need to get married. So you'll realize in the future, there will be more and more these kind of profiles coming into the market. And especially if you saw an interview where someone interviewed Lawrence Wong, our Prime Minister, asking whether our white paper will actually increase to 10 million. So the answer to this person is, from Lawrence Wong, was that they are not looking at increasing it to 10 million. They are looking to maintain stability in terms of the number of people. And with our fertility rate so low, this is by Lawrence Wong, he said, our fertility rate is so low. How can we increase to 10 million?
Yeah.
It's very hard. So these interns, if you can decipher this properly, meaning to say in the future, will we have more kids or lesser kids? Lesser kids, that means to say primary school, is it a very big need for a lot of families? Might not be. Okay, so now paying a higher premium to get within 1 kilometer of a good school, by the time you sell, there's no kids wanting to go to the school, then do you really make money from it? It might not. So the good thing is about today, Lentor Gardens doesn't have this school element, doesn't have an MRT element to place in a premium for you. You get to go in at a very affordable price.
Correct.
As of 2016. So talking about pricing, we also want to understand how Kingsford price. If Kingsford is used to pricing it very expensive, of course, a lot of people will try to go to other developments already and not consider this area anymore. And especially because we are the number 7 plot. The 6 plots in front are all transacting at about 1,009 on the loan range, average 2,001, 2,002. So as a Kingsford salesperson, as in their sales team looking at prices, how they will price their project. We take one example, a recent one, which is Swan Park. So this is their break even, which is 2,229. And this will be the transacted prices already seen in the market. People are accepting these prices. You see on the lower range is all 2,002. That means to say on the launch, if you have seen our previous videos about phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, on the phase 1 where they just launched, they're trying to clear their units, Kingsford actually sell near to their break-even price. They are not looking at earning much at an on-start. All right, but at the end, right now we are about 2 years plus into their launch. We are seeing prices hitting 2,600, 2,700. Even for the available units, you can see the minimum, the lowest one is 2,004, highest 2,007 already. So what they are trying to do now at this point in time, when they are moving on to phase 2, phase 3, they're trying to pull up the average price. So you can see right now, as of now, the average price is about 2,006 PSF. And in time to come, when all these units are being transacted, definitely it will go into the 2,650 there, about that range. And developers, what they are concerned about is just the overall average PSF that they want to achieve. And so for Lentor itself, Lentor Gardens, if you were to enter at the lower range, and Kingsford helps you pull up the average in the future, does it mean that you actually can benefit from this developers' pricing strategy? And as Kingsford, when you look at Lentoria right now, what they have transacted as an average is 2,002 PSF. Over here, the recent transactions in 2025, 2026, you can see 2004 to 2006.
Already hit 2006.
Correct. As developer, I'm looking at my competitor right now. They already hit 26. And what they have available is 24, 25, 26. Highest 27. How will I price my Lentor Gardens? Will I price at 24? If I price at 24, people will go to Lentoria basically.
Because they are the buyers able to get the keys earlier.
Correct. All right. So definitely as Kingsford, this is my own honest opinion. If I'm Kingsford, I will try to launch 2.2 to clear my units first. Okay, clear a bulk of my units. After that, those behind, I will keep it at a high price. People will not buy. And when I'm closing about 2 years into my launch, I will up the price of these higher price units. So if I'm to price at 2.2, what will happen? So now we want to see, now I also know on my 8th plot, there is a 300 plus PSF difference to me already. I have a gap. So me as Kingsford, I have a lot of room to play with. Now, if I just target to get an average of 2,350 PSF for Lentor Gardens, my range will likely be 2,002 to 2,005. Or even some units, I will put at 2,600. And I already know in time to come, less than 1 year later, my neighbor is going to launch how much? About 2,650, 300 PSF more than me. And they are transacting at this. Is it very likely they will price this range? And if I were to secure even at 24XX to 25XX, do I have a safety gap from the future plot of lands over here? I have it. Yeah. So this is the price that we actually came out and we predict. So this is still subject to whether developers will really price this. This is just our own matrix. At 2.2, you can see for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, we are looking at a 1.5 million range. Very rare right now in the market. Highest, we might likely go to 1.8, 1.9 million. So the gap, if I were to secure something over here, what is my gap in terms of quantum? It's about 200,000-300,000. All right. And is there a chance for me to get a unit over here? Very likely. Because why? Kingsford doesn't run a loyalty program. Basically, meaning to say, as a purchaser over for Kingsford developments, you have a higher chance of securing at the lower end of the PSF. Even for a 3-bedroom, you can see starting about 2 million, 2.1. Highest we will be seeing 2.6. So we are looking about $500,000 of a gap that is foreseeable, is very likely to happen, a $500K difference. So as the units goes bigger, the gap for quantum goes even bigger.
Correct.
And you can really be very assured that you are buying at a 300 PSF lower than the future plot of lands.
Right. So also touch on the project information for Lentor Garden. There are 4 blocks, total 499 units plus 3 shops. There is also a childcare center. I mean, pretty common nowadays. A lot of new launches, they have childcare centers. And then 80% car park lots. Quite healthy. Not bad. Right. And again, PNT and EcoPlan is coming to design this again.
Oh, they buddy. Always
Buddy,
go to every
a few
project.
projects already. So the unit type is ranging from 2 to 4 bedders, and there are also 3 strata terraces.
And the unit mix percentage, I think, is very equal. So for 2 bedrooms, it stands about 50%. Bigger unit types will
think
make up
50-50,
another
oh.
50. So 50-50, is it good? Is it bad? Later on, we'll dive in more in terms of the location, the size, layout, etc. So where is it located? It's actually quite far, a little bit far from the Lentor MRT compared
About 10
to...
minutes.
If I'm to walk slowly, it's about 10 minutes, yes.
Okay.
And comparing to the other projects in Lentor, this is the only one that is, I think, the furthest away from the Lentor MRT. And
Here.
to Ang Mo Kio MRT is even further because I tried myself. I tried to take public transport, a bus to Ang Mo Kio. It's really far. I take about 8 stops.
Wow.
For people staying in Mayflower, they will experience the same thing. So being to say over here, will I want to go to Ang Mo Kio MRT?
You will.
I will. Because what do Lentor Modern gives me as a, if I'm not a resident over there, what happens is I go to Lentor Modern, there's only about food options over there.
Chagi.
Chaji over there. I think a lot of
Favorite.
restaurants over there, a lot of China restaurants
A
over
lot
there. Also.
just restaurants lah. Maybe a bit of just Watson, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's more of a eatery kind of development. But if I want retail options or if my kids wants to go to enrichment classes, the only place that I need to go to is Ang Mo Kio Hub because there's more retail options over there. And the next thing is also it connects me to the red line and then subsequently the circle line over there. And recently, for circle line, it becomes a full circle already. So it's becoming a very good line over there. So if I'm working at red line, circle line, I will want to go to Ang Mo Kio. So this is why developers actually bring in a shuttle bus service that will bring you not only to Lentor MRT, it will bring you to Ang Mo Kio Hub.
Wow.
And this is the only project that provides that.
Only one amongst the whole Lentor.
Yes. So imagine you are a resale buyer coming to view to buy a house over here. You will definitely view all these condos. And you will realize something. I can come from Ang Mo Kio just by taking a shuttle bus. Because as an agent, we will tell the buyer, you take from Ang Mo Kio Hub over here, then you can come to our condo already. Something like that.
The
So it
wow
gives
effect.
the buyer the wow effect over here. And it will bring you an advantage. And
right.
this shuttle bus is really what we as the project leaders, we try to push for to the developers.
Then next thing to highlight, because Lentor Garden is also the last plot to be at 2.1 ratio because the rest 2.8, 3.0. What does this mean is because this will be relating to how high your building going to be. So the next 2 more plots, it will be 1.4 plot ratio. That means roughly it will be highest at 5 stories. So being Lentor Garden will be the last highest plot among here. Just to highlight, yeah.
Of course, second last maybe because we still got the number 8
GLS.
plot. But if you want to look for affordable one, this might be the last
Correct.
one.
Remember the gap. How much gap? 300.
And that is why I feel, because the next one that is right on the southwards of Lentor Gardens is a 1.4. That's why over here in Lentor Gardens, there will be more units with unblocked views. So just explaining to you why the architect actually designed this way, you will realize the pool over here is actually what it covers most of the land over here.
I heard Kingsford also very feng shui one, right? They say 水为财.
Yeah.
Water is wealth.
Correct. Because initially, the architect actually just designed maybe about half to be the pool. And Kingsford rejected the proposal, asking them to do a full length.
Not enough water.
Do you know the length of this?
200 meter, right?
It's about 200 meters long. I think
It's really very big, very long.
It's longest in the entire Lentor Ang Mo Kio area. It's even longer than the MBS Infinity Pool. So over here is really to enjoy the facilities over here. Alright, and one thing they also, I think it done well is they tuck the facilities below. Okay, so we have function rooms below over here and then gym over here. So you won't see like some other developments where they want to build a function room, gym, all that, they will put another building over here, something like that. That will block the views of the lower floors. So over here, they really want to make sure they cater to more people who wants unblocked view. And there's one side gate over here that will bring you a sheltered walkway towards Lentor MRT. Takes about maybe 7 minutes walk. And now they are trying to get approval to open another side gate over here. If there is a side gate over here to connect to the Lentor MRT, it will take about maybe just 5 minutes.
Oh.
Cutting through the Hillock Park.
I hope they faster approve.
Yeah, hopefully the government will approve lah.
And it's also nearest to the Hillock Park.
Yes. All right. So just to let you know, over here, these are the higher floor buildings up to level 16. And here is level 8. And this Strata Terrace is over here. Now, the south-facing units, why I want to show you these different facing of units, we want to show you where will likely the premium will be lah. You realize over here in the middle, this is the Sky Garden that spans about 3 stories high, about 9 meters. So with this on top, basically they will definitely have the unblocked views towards the south. So where will the premium be? Level what?
11. After this garden, which is level 10 and above.
Yes.
And the level 10 will look like level 13 already because of the elevation, right?
Yes. So if you are someone who wants a really good unblocked view, just be prepared. Anything level 10 onwards, you will see the premium jump. All right. And below over here, these are the ones that is facing the pool towards the south. So if they were to price this more attractively, I think you should prioritize over here. Because you get the views, you get pool view, you get an attractive price.
And the block-to-block distance is very far.
Very far. Because the next plot, I also don't know when is it going to launch. Correct. And how is it going to be designed. And this is the block that only has 3 bedrooms. Okay, so the southwards one will definitely have a premium. The other facing, which is the northwards, will be cheaper. So if you are just looking at practicality and affordable price, look at something that is inward facing towards the pool, and the outwards one will be at a premium. Okay, now north facing, where are these units facing? So for these blocks over here, these 2 blocks, 78 and 76, this is the Hillock Park over here. So very nice greenery view, unblocked view over here. These will be the ones that will be facing Lentor Central Residences. So
between these, I will think that the Hillock Park will have more premium.
Will definitely have more premium. If today you are someone who doesn't need views and you just want a good price, just look at over here, this section. For Lentor Gardens, I think it's very easy to predict where will the premium be. Because they really help us divide into different sections. So on
makes our job easier.
On the booking day, you just have to see the section can already.
All right.
Okay. Now, floor plan analysis, we want to show you something unique about this development and also what are the kind of choices you want to take note of when it comes to booking day unit selection. All right?
So we will start off with 2-bedroom premium. I'll just put everything together as a comparison. For Lentor Garden, there is no 2-bed, 1-bath. So they start off with 2-bed, 2-bath, being the smallest 646 square feet. The rest will be 678 square feet. So what's the difference between 646 and 678? Now, the difference is one open concept kitchen as well as this study corner. So this 678 is tuck-in kitchen and there is this study corner. I would say not really study corner. You can put your shoe cabinet or extra cabinetries. One thing to highlight, why is it good for a development with no 2-bed, 1-bath? Because usually for a brand new TOP units, when it's launched in market, right, resale time, 2-bed, 1-bath units mostly are investors. So when it comes to TOP time, they will quickly want to sell it. Resale time, Property Guru listings, press in 2 bedrooms, there will be a lot of listings. So can I say 2-bed, 1-bath actually is the a bit harder to sell.
Yep.
So you will get stuck there longer. So we don't want to have the effect that resale buyers were to come in and see, hey, why this development 2 bedrooms are not moving.
If you see recently Treasure at Tampines, if you just search 2 bedrooms, you'll see a lot of listings over there. And I think the mindset that you have about the development is, too many 2 bedrooms. I don't want to enter this one. Stuck. Not good for me.
Correct. So, and then now you just have to, based on what Jay mentioned, what will be the premium facing that you are going to look into. So, usually for comparison, right, we will choose one most preferred layouts. But for these 2-bed, 2-bath, my most preferred is not these 4 layouts. There is this one special layout, and developer only want to introduce just one layout of just 30 units. How I wish they can build more. Because why? There is this home shelter. So just now you mentioned now a lot of things, right? Young couples. Actually, even young couples, they also will much prefer to have a bomb shelter, a household shelter, rather than a study corner. Yeah, so this definitely stands out, and it's just 689 square feet. So probably a top up a bit more, you get this layout.
But I think that facing wise, it will be the less premium.
Although facing, yeah.
Yeah, so I think you get the space, but you don't pay too much for a premium for it. Yeah.
Right. So next will be the 2-bed plus study.
So many layouts, 6.
But very good. This developer put all same size. So you don't need to compare here and there. 732 square feet. Very pretty functional.
Which one will be your most preferred?
Right. Actually, most preferred, we'll just straight zoom into the most preferred, is this kitchen with the wall. I want to highlight for this development is non-PPVC. So what does non-PPVC stands for? Meaning you are able to hack the walls. So the thinner walls, of course. So this bedroom you can hack. And this S4 is the only layout that has this kitchen with the wall that is hackable.
Oh, that means to say I can hack and turn it into a glass myself.
You want to make it into glass yourself. You want to make it into probably some people don't cook. They just want it to have an open concept kitchen. So when you enter in, you feel the very openness and whiteness feel. Because why? In terms of resale, right? Recently, I just went to one of my friends' newly moved-in unit. It was actually an open concept kitchen. So the ID is very smart. They are able to convert it into a tuck-in kitchen. Why is that so? Because nowadays, youngsters are very creative. They want to, and ID are very smart. Yeah, they want to redesign their own space. And with this, right, you must have something that is more flexible so that you or your future buyers are able to have more flexibility in terms of designing.
Agree. So now we are looking into the 3 bedrooms. So the smaller size that we have is a 3 compact, and the next one is 936 with a study inside. So over here, actually I feel with the facing like that, it really caters to a lot of people who want view, but they don't need too big of a space. All right. So this 3 compact, what it has is 3 proper bedrooms. I have a privacy for the entrance. I have an enclosed kitchen over here. And all the 3 bedrooms over here comes with a gas stove. All right. And they also provide fans for all the units, just to mention. All right. So you can see these 3 compact. Basically, it gives a very good layout for own stay buyers. If you see other 3-bedroom compact layouts outside other developments, you realize it's usually a dumbbell. If not, there will be one room being tucked behind. So I feel this 872 square feet is something that you can look at, and it could be quite popular.
I like this layout.
And if you require a study space or a household shelter, you can look into 936 as well. Why? Because this study space is really flexible for you to turn it into whatever you want.
Or helper's room.
Helper's room is almost like a 4th bedroom also. And it also gives you what a 3-bedroom needs. Privacy, all the windows in the kitchen, etc. All right, the bathrooms. So it really gives you the, I think, most ideal 3-bedroom layout over here. 936 is something I myself, I might buy if I I were to look at Lentor Gardens.
And they place it at quite a good facing as well.
Good facing. And this pool, because you can see out of this pool, this is the largest width over here. Yeah, so actually you have a good span of a pool view in front of you. And what you want to look at is maybe 8th floor and below over here. Very good.
This could be the
facing.
first to sell out, yeah?
Yeah, I will predict it as that. All right, next will be the 3 Premium Plus Study. This one, there's a little bit of downside to it.
Yeah.
Why?
Just now you just mentioned only one of the rooms is tucked into one side. So they give you this two,
Okay.
although bigger in space.
So
but
it's a dumbbell layout, 3 Premium Plus Study. But what I like is if I'm someone with a teenager staying with me, a family with a teenager, this will become a junior master area because I can just close it off over here. But for this one, I cannot because of this wall over here.
Yep.
Yeah, so no junior master. This one can be a junior master.
So P1 plus S is more preferred.
All right. So you also want to compare to the 936 just now. This is 969. And then 969 square feet versus the 936.
So about 30 square feet.
The square feet 60,000 plus 70,000.
67, yeah.
But this one really gives you the best spacing and also a good layout. And this will be on the blocks where it is the lower one, 8th floor, and 2 facings. And one thing to highlight is this 969, because it's in the middle of the block. So there will be no windows for the kitchen, but yet they will give gas stove to you. We have checked with the developer. What happens is they will not provide a door over here. So you have to add in your own door. So they will take this as the ventilation for your gas stove. All right. Next, our preferred Premium Plus Study will just be this, the one that you can actually form a junior master.
Correct. Although rarely 3-bedroom, people will have to have a junior master.
Correct. And if let's say you're looking to rent out a room, you can rent this out as a master. All right. Now, this is all the floor plans together for 3 Premium. All right. So for our 3 Premium over here, this one, very interestingly, this is bigger in square feet, but doesn't have a study. But this one gives you the proper conventional layout.
Proper layouts, yeah. And it's just from 969 to 1001. So about 32 square feet again, another 60, 70 plus K difference. You have a much more traditional layout.
Yes.
So it depends on what you need. I will definitely choose in between. I will choose whether the 3-bedroom compact or this 3-bedroom premium. Yeah.
Not the dumbbell
layout. The last I will focus on is the dumbbell layout.
I see.
Yeah. So in terms of that, actually there are not much of a difference based on the layout because the difference is only just the foyer space. But why I will prefer this is due to the facing. Because I want to either the pool facing or I will much rather to have the Hewlock Park facing. Since my layout is almost the same, I will choose based on the preferred facing. For resale buyer, it gives a different effect.
Different feeling when you enter the house.
Next, 4-bedroom compact.
I think for the 4-bedroom compacts, one thing is they really try to keep it as small as possible, give you whatever you need for a 4-bedroom, just that they don't give you the wide frontage for a 4 compact.
No landscape living. But actually in this area, right, 4-bedroom is very sought after. Yeah. This landscape living, not such a very big deal breaker, I would say. Because this one, previous few projects, 4-bedroom actually got sold out first. Yeah.
So I think one thing to take note is a 3 plus study versus a 4-bed compact. You have to see on the booking day itself the price difference. All right. Is it worth it to top up another 300,000-400,000 just for a proper bedroom instead of a study?
Yep.
If you are looking for investment point of view, own stay, of course, see whatever you need, then you see which facing you prefer.
Because in terms of these 2 floor plans, right, we will prefer this C2 because of this foyer space, you have the privacy. Whereas compared to previous one, it's just when you walk in, you will see everything.
I see.
Yeah. Next, our biggest 4-bedroom. Now you have your landscape living. Have a landscape very beautiful and very
5
random.
meters wide.
5 meters wide. So this is 5 meters wide, yeah?
Yeah.
So with this, I think most of the 4-bedrooms is more luxury feeling lah. But the top up will be from 1184 to 1356 square feet, which is about 162 Possibly if you go by 2002, 2003 per square foot will be about 350k top up.
But for 4-bedroom premium buyers,
They won't care already.
the top up is okay for them.
Yes, what they want is when I buy into the biggest floor plan of the development, I want to have the grand feeling. So this definitely hits the spot. For the whole Lentor, I think only Lentor Central and Lentor Hills have this wide landscape layout.
Yep.
So this one is only one that you will stand out if you are looking into the whole Lentor supply.
And hopefully Guoco Land for the number 8 plot, they do not do this landscape one.
We are still not sure.
Yeah. All right.
But with that, we also have this 300 plus gap. Then why I will say that I will prefer this P1 layout is because of the facing. Of course, if you are getting the luxurious, most grand unit, why not just get the most premium facing as well, which is looking out through the Hillock Park. Imagine you have such a big living already, standing at the balcony, looking out to the greenery. The feeling is very different.
Yeah.
So now it's just will be the 3 strata terrace. We will just run through quickly.
So basically this gives you 3 stories and then 5 bedrooms. So it's start over at this corner. So one thing, interesting fact that I realized is SPRs cannot buy this. Because there are some developments out there, resale market,
Strata able.
PRs, they can buy strata landed. But as of 2012, URA states that they are not going to give a condo status to this kind of strata terrace anymore. That means to say PRs, they will need LDAU approval in order to buy this kind of strata landed. So basically, these 3 will likely only be Singaporeans eligible. All right. And the internal layout wise, I think is good enough for a strata terrace. And I love this roof because I can really customize it to my own liking. I like plants, I do that. I do barbecue, I can do another thing. Yeah. All right. And it's very rare for a tree for terrace houses, strata terrace houses over here.
This is the first terrace houses in Lentor.
Yeah, in Lentor project that has a strata terrace house. Okay, so floor plans wise, not much of a difference. You can just have a look, and it's just 3 units. If you really want to get it, I wish you the best of luck. All right. Yeah. So the owner score over here, we just run through it quickly. In terms of opportunity wise, the price wise, how much do you think you will give upon 10?
If I look at the GLS, definitely opportunity is there. I will give 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you for opportunity?
Well, I will really rate it quite high in terms of 9 out of 10, because if I were to search in the entire Singapore, only Nara Residences have something similar in terms of prices, and I think Lentor Gardens is in a better location over here if we compare to Nara.
Oh yeah, and because of the new EC recent news, right?
Yes.
Actually nowadays those second timers, they are hardly able to buy into another EC. So most of the EC buyers, I think we also got shared in our previous video, they will try to look around prices around these EC prices. So with that, I think if let's say they are able to launch at a lower price, this EC buyer may actually come in to take a look at this project to compare.
Correct. Because over here, our 3 bedrooms is in the range of about 2 million to 2.6 million. So it's in the sweet spot of what EC buyers that want to buy EC, they miss out. They can easily come over to this private condo to buy.
Yep.
All right. In terms of livability wise, okay, no
6.
school, no MRT. Is it still good?
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10, huh?
Yeah,
All
if
right.
I were to compare. Oh, but they provide shuttle bus.
Yeah. So will you plus how much? Many points for shuttle
Probably
bus?
I plus 1 point.
1 point.
6, 7 out of 10.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Because of course the shuttle bus is just a 1 year TOP. They will give you free. After that, it's up to the MCST.
You have to vote for it. Just everyone go and vote for it. Because some other projects, I know River Cove, they also continue the shuttle bus until now.
Yeah, even for some freehold, very old projects I viewed recently, they also have shuttle bus service that brings them to multiple locations. Yeah. Okay, so vote for it. Now, in terms of desirability, when it comes to selling, is it easy?
With this gap, it will be much easier because most of the inventory will be clear. But of course, you still have to look at the other supply to compare. So I'll probably give a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. So for me, my take will be depending on the unit type that you are buying. If you are buying a 2-bedroom, I think the score will be a little bit lower because in the entire Lentor, there's so many 2-bedrooms for people to choose from. And you really have to be very attractively priced in order to exit quicker in the future. But if you are looking at 3-4 bedrooms over here, I would say I will give it quite a high score. Because 3-4 bedrooms, not everybody sell during TOP or when their SSD is up. All right, and if you secure a good floor plan in Lentor Gardens, basically it's going to be very easy for you to sell because you'll be the newest kid in the block that is the most affordable.
Especially the 4-bed premium, the big landscape. Yeah.
Correct. All right, so that's it for our analysis today. If you have any questions that you feel you want to privately check with us, feel free to scan this QR code, reach out to us. We'll give you a more detailed explanation. If not, we also want you to maybe leave a comment down below on what you think about our certain topics that we mentioned just now. And if you agree, disagree, just let us know.
Correct.
But most importantly, I hope if you appreciate our analysis, just give us a like and a subscribe so that we know that this is reaching out to you. And we'll give you more in terms of this analysis because the upcoming one we are going to do is Danian House. A very different product and there are different things that you need to look out for.
Correct.
All right, so we'll see you in the next one and we wish you best of luck for Lentor Garden Residences.
See you.
Bye.